Oh my goodness.
You guys can look at her. She's better to look at anyway.
Oh my gosh, she's actually awake and looking at us. She's gracing us with her presence.
I know.
Well, happy Monday, everyone. I am so freaking glad to be here with you guys. It was one of those Mondays that makes you question every life choice you've ever made. So I'm happy to be here with you nerdy people.
No buenos.
Mm-hmm. We're doing, remember, this is our first night? We do 2 episodes last week.
We did 2 episodes last week as well.
2 episodes of Clone Wars tonight, 205 and 206 this evening.
Yes. Landing Point Rain and I know it. Is it? Nope. I don't. Weapons Factory. I was like, is it
guys? That was Tom's brain going sort.
Yeah.
I picture like a Rolodex or something. You're just like.
For the last few hours, I've kept watching episode 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7 because I keep forgetting to stop it at 6. So I just keep watching like all of 7 almost. Well, hey, listen, that's a good position to be in. I have started, like, I don't know if it's like I'm still kind of like fucked up from when I was in the hospital last week, but like I'll eat and then just be completely like shot. If I eat anything more than just like a little bite of food, I'm like, I need to pass out. Or it's like I'm a bear or something.
You have to eat and then hibernate.
Yeah, then I gotta hibernate. Oh my god. Anyway.
But happy to be here with you guys today.
Very happy.
So this is the very best part of it.
Yes, it's nice to. It's just
hold on.
Like
speaking of the very best part.
All right. Okay. Yes, that's true. The very best part for me for sure is definitely getting to hang out with our friends that we only get to see once in a while in real life. So this is definitely my favorite part of the show.
Look, here comes an awesome guest.
Hi, friend. Hello. It's the Roofmistress Leigh-a of Threefold Talk.
The other person who gets all of my rantings as I'm watching Clone Wars.
It's been so exciting because I'm also rewatching Clone Wars and I'm a little bit behind you. But yeah, like now? All the nerdiness.
Where are you at now? Are you close?
I just started season 6 last night and ended up deciding like I was really wanting to catch up, but my brain started fizzling after a certain point because it's getting to this all like there's happy fun episodes and there's really intense episodes, and as we get closer and closer to Order 66 and the ultimate conclusion, things get very intense and heavy. And
the end of season 6 broke me. I told you I was mad. By the time it ended, I was just pissed off and slammed my computer closed. And I had to rewatch like some of those episodes multiple times, especially that last like 3.
The cartoon does so much for all the characters. It's so good.
It really does.
Someone we've had as a guest a bunch, Kyoko M. She's an author. She goes to Jordan Con a lot. She's awesome. We love her. I gotta find a picture. Maybe Erin will have one floating around. She wore an fantastic Wonder Woman dress to Multiverse. I want to, if Erin is paying attention, see if she has it floating around somewhere to send it to me. But she is not a huge fan of Star Wars. She likes Star Wars, like the movie. She's never seen any of the cartoons. She likes, a lot of the stuff about the movies, but she's never seen any of the cartoons. And the things that she doesn't like, oh, hey ho, what you know there? Oliver's ears. What's up, buddy? Like, I had my moment of, do you remember when we watched Avatar: The Last Airbender and we had WTF Eliza on and the video of hers that was like, oh, I want to watch a show that has the best villain redemption arc.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So like everything, she was like, this is something, here's something I don't like about Star Wars. I was like, they fixed that in the cartoons. Yep. She's like, I really just don't like Anakin and his storyline is so disjointed. They fixed that in the cartoons. Like there's so much. And everything that she was like, all right, I guess I'll watch them. So we're going to start watching cartoons with her semi-frequently. It's going to be like 1 or 2 Sundays a month. Like we're going to watch like, a handful of episodes in Discord later in the day. So probably Yeah, just hang out. So like, you know, if you see us live in Discord, there's a good chance that it's me and Kyoko watching Star Wars, and everyone is free to join and come hang out and chat. So we're going to watch everything. We're going to watch starting from Clone Wars season 1 all the way through Rebels and everything, all the way through all the cartoons.
I'm a little bit frustrated with myself that I've waited, I don't know how long you've been trying to convince me to watch the other stuff.
I know.
No. Everyone else had to vote on it and make me watch it.
I understand the apprehension.
What happened?
Listen, the Star Wars fandom is toxic as fuck. And like they're easily, and I know I've said this a million times, but I will continue to say it as a member of the fandom. By and large, the Star Wars fandom is the most toxic fandom I've ever fucking
statistically.
For sure.
Yeah, probably. I mean, probably
the worst.
Statistically, yes, they are the worst statistically. Because like no other fandom has ruined the lives of that many of its actors.
Oh my God.
Like, driven them to almost, you know, unaliving themselves. So there's that. But,
yeah, and I know I've said it the last time I was on. One of my favorite non-Whale of Time podcasts is these two gals called Sky Talkers, and they're rewatching the Clone Wars as well, going through much slower than we are. But one of things that I really enjoy about their segment is they go back into the forums as Clone Wars is coming out, and they do such a great job. They're very professional about it, but basically they're like, yeah, without saying like, listen to these fucking assholes.
Yeah,
that's kind of what, you know, everybody hates Ahsoka and everybody hates Padme, and they're in the two women. They're just like, why are these people still fans? Because they have nothing nice to say.
You could be more accurate. The neckbeard men hate Ahsoka, and the neckbeard men hate Padme. Like,
is it because I mean, we're spoilers, right? She walks away. Is that why?
Yes, we are full spoilers.
Well, even as the shows were coming out, it was because she's a 13-year-old girl. She acts like a 13-year-old girl. She's a perfect foil for Anakin. And men, particularly white men, just don't like 13-year-old girls and how they behave. So,
and it doesn't help that she
can behave that way, but it's not okay when somebody who is actually a child behaves like a child.
Yeah. And like Darth Vader and like Anakin are like, you know, everyone just loves that, like, especially that certain group of the fandom love them. Not saying I don't love them, I like them. But like anything that's against them, they're like the same people. Like if you talk any smack about George Lucas, it's like you're excommunicated from everything and you're the worst Star Wars fan ever.
I mean, it's hilarious because these people are also dissing on like Dave Filoni and a whole bunch, and Katie Lucas, who writes many of these episodes and was part of that whole team that created Clone Wars. And just like, dude, it's George Lucas's daughter. I'm pretty sure she knows what she's talking about because she literally was raised in
grew up in it.
Exactly. And like Ahsoka easily became my favorite character by season 5, season 6, whenever. So again, full spoilers for Star Wars, Clone Wars cartoons. They've been out forever, but just
but don't ruin season 7 for me.
I won't. No.
Season
but
6,
this is through 5, 6. You know, Ahsoka is accused of doing horrible
blowing
things.
Up the Jedi Temple.
Yeah. And
murdering
the Jedi,
a bunch of people.
And the Jedi just immediately throw her under the bus as an appeasement to.
They wash their hands of her. They literally kick her out. They're like, nope, can't do it.
With no evidence. And it's just to appease the government. It's just to appease the Senate and Palpatine.
And the speeches that they made once she was cleared, it's always my go-to meme from Clue, where she's like, flames on the side of my face. Rage. I saw absolute rage as they're like, oh, you're testing the Force. This was. I'm like, no.
Well, thank you, Scott.
No. Awful.
That's why I had to stop last night, was because that was the episode. Like, it's just as she's walking away, and I'm like, and I know it gets better, but I'm so mad at everything right now. Like, I hate everything. So I literally had to walk away and put on show tunes and start singing loudly.
She's such a badass.
A little bit more happy.
She's such a fucking badass. And I love that they brought her back. I was really honestly hoping, I got to see if I could find the screenshot while we're doing the episode. But like, there's a scene in one of the new sequel films that, you know, J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams, where you see, I think it's the Jedi Temple that Luke is at, where there's like a overhead shot and you see like this mosaic on the floor and it shows a Togruta, which is what Ahsoka is, like sitting, you know, crisscross applesauce on the floor, like in the mosaic tile, like of the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like what I really wanted was Ahsoka to come back at the end and be like, hey, Rey, let me help you out. Like, no, yeah, the Jedi were wrong. I'm not a Jedi. And the Jedi, like, we need to do this better than they did last time. So that's what I was hoping. I still have that hope that they may do something like that, because we know there's going to be a new film trilogy, the new Jedi Order with Rey's Jedi Order. So I'm really hoping that they tap into that and tap into some of the extended universe, like Jedi lore, like where the Jedi were better and, like, you know, they could have emotions and significant others and things like that. Like, I hope they tap into that stuff.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Have either of you guys read? I know you read Shatterpoint. I don't remember, Leah. Did you read any of the books?
I haven't read Shatterpoint yet. Actually, I just got Darth Plagueis from my library yesterday, and I'm so excited.
That's a good one. So you have read some of the books, though.
I have read many of the books.
Okay,
yeah, I've kind of been on a dark side kick. So I started back when it.
Oh no, your mic muted randomly. There it is. Now you're unmuted.
My hands were up here.
I know. I saw. I was like,
I'm down.
It was the ghosts. It was the ghosts in the machine.
The Force ghost.
The Force ghosts are like, don't spoil anything.
So you said you're on you've been on a dark side kick.
Dark side kick, yeah. So starting back, like, when in the Old Republic, and so like going through the Empire. You know, there was an Emperor back when, and there were many dark side Force users. Books. It's basically the whole concept of the Separatists and the Republic. Yeah. So, but it was actual the Separatists were essentially run by Siths and Sith Lords, and then the books go through the progression of how we got to the point where we are now, where there's only two. Yes,
Darth Malak.
Darth Bane. Oh, that's Darth Malak.
This is Darth Malak. Yeah.
Okay.
This is during the Old Republic.
Okay.
Darth Malak, and then Darth Bane comes way later.
Yeah. But Darth Bane was the one that essentially assassinated all the other Sith Lords and created the purity of the rule of two.
Yeah.
I have so much to learn, you guys.
Yeah.
There's so much.
There's so much.
I hope they go back to a more. So I forgot the name of maybe someone in chat will remember, Glenn or somebody who might remember. There were this, or maybe one of you guys read the series. I can't remember what it is, but they're in the new books that are still legend, like they're not canon anymore. But there was a series where they encounter another Sith empire, like the one from the Old Republic books and video games, where it wasn't just two Sith; it was a whole empire of dark side users that were, you know, just exactly like the other one. And like the first character we're introduced to is like a young Sith apprentice, and I think she encounters one of the. It's not Luke's. I don't think it was Luke's kids. It might have been someone's kids, and that's how the story starts. I don't remember the series though. I know I read it, but I've read so many of them. But I hope they do something like that, like where they have like a whole. They don't have to all be Sith, just dark side users that are like that's a whole empire of them instead of just two.
Just two, yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing that I saw another video of people talking about, because apparently people still don't get, is, and I hope they don't do it. They haven't really talked about it, but the George Lucas's idea of how the Force works and the way that they have done it in the movies and stuff is that the light side is balanced. There is no way there. It's not like there's an equal amount of dark side and light side, and then it's balanced. Any dark side is corruption. Any.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Cat's getting up to mischief. So,
no.
So like it. I hope they don't do that. I hope they make it that it's actually like dark side can corrupt you, but it's not like inherently evil, and it's more like balanced, like in the sense of other things like other properties and stuff like that,
Hmm.
like yin and yang and stuff. It's not
Yeah.
like that in George Lucas's mind, but they did play with it in Clone Wars and in Rebels with the father and the brother and the sister. With the
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I'll get a picture of them. But they basically go to a force.
The mural.
The mural in Rebels was gorgeous. You haven't seen that yet, Crystal. But there's basically a family. It's a father and a daughter and a brother, and the daughter is the light side, the brother is dark side, and the father represents both, like a balance,
the neutrality of the force.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite arcs in the series.
I hope they do something with that. I hope they do something with that and make it more of like a balance and things like that, because I just don't like, it's just more interesting that way.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping that's where Ahsoka goes. Since I won't go into too many spoilers, but Ahsoka,
we'll stick to Clone Wars.
She's done a thing, but kind of takes. I'm just gonna stop because I'm trying to like explain something that is definitely super spoilery.
Yeah. They call them the ones. They're basically like avatars of the light side, the dark side, and neutral force. So this was the first canon anything of the idea of the neutral force. There's never been anything like that other than this. Yeah, and there's a character in Rebels that also explores the concept of the neutrality of the force. It's another character that represents the force that they meet, which was very big animal
interesting.
Thing. Yeah, the big animal looking thing. He looks like a bantha. He looks like a really big bantha is what he looks like. Yeah. He's also really cool, and he trains Kanan and by extension
that thing.
What's his name? The kid. It's in my head. Ezra.
Oh God. Ezra. Yes. I was gonna say Ben, and I was like, Ben is wrong. Don't say Ben. Wrong. Ben is wrong.
Yeah, that's not the that's not the books we're reading. Okay, but we're gonna get ready to press play in a minute. So if you guys want, I'm gonna Erin will share the link to the channel in Discord where you can find the instructions on how to join the watch party. But that should be going any second, and that will be how we're watching the show. So while everyone gets that queued up and ready, I want to share with you guys something that I feel like not enough of you know about, because I feel like if more people knew about it, it would be doing so well that we would know that we're getting a traveling version of it into the United States. And that is the Fashion and Fantasy Wheel of Time virtual tour that you can take right now. I just shared the link in chat. And it's basically a personal guided tour by Sharon Gillam, the lead costume designer on the Wheel of Time, where she walks you through the gallery that they did of not every single costume, but many of the costumes. It was like 90 something costumes. And she gives backstory on what and how they created it, little nuances of things that, I never noticed that I didn't know about, but like she did. So for instance, like,
oh my gosh,
this is easily one of our favorites from it. So like,
this made me very excited.
Elida's dress is actually it's so interesting. So the red dress that she's wearing underneath it is actually this same dress that she wore.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, it's all right. We won't say anything about the Wheel of Time, but we're just talking about the costumes. It's this same dress that she wears often throughout the season 3 that she's in, and they just put other things over it to like disguise it and make it look like part of a different dress like this. And I never noticed that. Another one is and this is what you actually see in the virtual tour are the dresses on the mannequins like that, but in the little like pieces of embroidery and things like that all throughout the entire thing. You could especially see it in the headdress. The headdress is just straight up daggers pointing at her head, which is a little freaking ominous. Yeah. It's ominous too. But all over the entire dress is
we stared at these costumes and broke these scenes down. Yeah. And for her to like spill something that we had never noticed in all of the deep dives was so exciting.
So cool. It was so cool. There's so much fun little information. That's just that one bit of that one dress. There's even more about that dress and Leigh-a and the jewelry and all of that. So go and check it out. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
One of the great things about the virtual tour is once you so you do have to pay for it, but it's permanently downloaded. So you can go back and watch it again and again and again. And it is completely worthwhile. Sharon is just absolutely delightful.
Oh yeah. And if it does well enough, this could turn into a traveling show, which can come over to the US. So if we can get it, good enough, share. If you don't want to buy a link, or if you've already bought one, share it with people that are cosplayers or costumers or just into fantasy costumes. It's 22 euros, which I think comes out to just under
$25. I think.
Yeah, $25 for an hour private guided tour by Sharon Gillam, essentially. And a lot of the questions that I was thinking of while I was watching it, she kind of answers in her tour, which was really interesting. Oh, our co-host is leaving for a little while. We'll see if she comes back.
That's funny because my black cat just came over as Lanfear was leaving.
That's funny. So. She goes on little gallivants. She'll leave. She'll go get something to eat, something to drink, and then she comes back, and then we'll see if she chooses my lap or her bed again. Okay. So, Erin shared the link for the Discord in chat, which I will also share in a minute, and we will get ready to press play in a second. There's one other thing that Leigh-a has a prop to share with everybody.
Ooh, I got something in the mail!
Yay!
So, which I decided I was going to unbox here. Yay. So, I'm going to attempt to not stab myself in the face as I do.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
That would be really embarrassing.
Yeah. Well,
so let's take a moment and appreciate the beautiful wrapping job.
Yes.
So nice.
Amazing packing job. So, I managed to not dox myself.
I am the wrapper in the house. I wrap the things. If all of our friends now know, if they get a gift from us and it's wrapped neatly with crisp edges and things, I wrapped it.
That's hilarious.
She also there's another fun little bit about it when she opens the box. So this is our current Dragon Mount Book Club book, which of course I don't have my copy. I think Erin stole it. Erin's also reading it, so she might have stolen it. But we are reading The Black Tongue Thief by Chris Buhlman, which is it's been great. I'm up to our current spot, which I forgot where it is. But if you join our Discord, you'll see and sign up for the free tier of Patreon. You can sign up for the paid tier if you want, but even the free tier gets access to the book club.
Here we go.
There it goes.
There it is. Took me a minute. Sorry.
It's yay! Which lots of stickers. Which wax seal did I give you?
Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. That one's so cute.
This is the Wheel of Time one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the wheel with the snake biting its own tail. Yeah, it's great. I have a few different wax seals, so I just randomly
pick you to come do the wax seals for my blind dates. That's my least favorite part.
I'll show you how I do it. It's actually so much better if you use I don't use one of those stupid little tea light things
because it takes this big around.
Yeah, it takes forever. So I actually this is actually a beard balm that I use, but it's a little tin.
I thought you were saying beer bong, and I looked up expecting something totally different.
So I'll give them totally a little plug, but I've been using them for years. Honest Amish is the name of the balm. It's a really nice beard balm. No scent or anything, and it doesn't like stay and be like all oily and gross. But when I run out of it, I save these little tin cans and I use this for my sealing wax. Like it's big and like an $8 hot plate. It's so much faster than fucking doing it with that tiny little spoon over a tip. Yeah, no, that takes forever. So Erin and I, when we got married, we sealed our wedding invitations with sealing wax. And yeah, when we were doing hundreds of freaking things, because we had like 200 and something guests, we used that because it was crazy. It is genuine Amish made. It is made by the Amish.
Made out of actual Amish.
Made out of actual Amish men, young Amish men that can't grow beards. They turn them into beard bombs for real men. No, I'm joking. But, yes. They're great. I really like them a lot. But yay! I'm glad you got your book and you got
So
fun
excited.
Aang stickers.
And dragon.
Oh yay!
Fighting
Well,
a
dragon
knight.
mounts. You know, there's no dragons in Wheel of Time,
Course,
so
of
I was
course.
like, I had to throw a dragon in there.
Cool.
It is-
I'm so excited for this.
All right. So if you're not already in the watch party, I will share the link again if I remember where I put it. There it is.
Oh, is anybody watching anything that's not Star Wars related? Because that's pretty
Oh,
much
right. What are we
all I'm
watching?
that's all I'm consuming right now is Star Wars. But anybody else?
I am.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I'm caught up on the Pit.
Okay,
So I've watched the current.
So good.
So good. I freaking love the Pit so much.
it's on my list.
I am. I shared the link to the instructions on how to join the watch party. They're in the chat currently. And I have not watched the most recent episode of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but I absolutely love that show. I had very, very low expectations going into that show. I was not a fan of the way
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones ended.
For the show. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no one was a fan of the way Game of Thrones ended, but I also was not a fan of like just really like all of the gratuitous non-consensual encounters, because like don't get me wrong, like things like that need, you know, like not need, but things like that happen and they could advance a story, they could do things for a character, for
Right,
either
like in Poppy
character in the
Wars,
situation.
like that is part of the plot line, and for some
Yes.
of the characters, when those terrible things happen, there's consequences because
It's
of that
character
in the
building.
book.
It's
Yeah. But I really feel, and to be honest, I'm just gonna be flat out honest. It might be a hot take, but it's one of the things that I don't like about the books and the show is I feel like he uses like gratuitous scene, not just, you know, non-consensual encounters, but also like gore and violence as just making up for like weak plot points and like story parts and things like that. And I was
craft magic system, and
he's not a fantastic storyteller. I'm not gonna lie.
He's not. He's really not.
I love his world building. I love the characters. So Tyrion is easily one of my favorite characters in all of fantasy. He's hilarious.
But you can write compelling characters and even build a compelling world. That doesn't mean you can tell the story.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms has just been fan-freaking. It's basically a Knight's Tale, but
that's what I've heard.
In the Westeros.
Is that on our movie list? Okay, I'm writing it.
Oh yeah, Knight's Tale, absolutely.
Okay.
You need to get Dr. Livingston on when you're watching, because it's his favorite movie, and he thinks as somebody who's a professional in medieval times, he actually says seriously that
it is not on our list, Tom.
Oh, it's not our edit. It's easily one of my favorite movies.
I am good at it.
What up, Reverse?
Oh crap, cats.
Hey,
they are misbehaving today.
I'm glad you're hanging out though, buddy. A Knight's Tale, easily one of my favorite films.
Right,
like
it's on the list.
Freaking Alan Tudyk's one of my favorite role with him. I can't remember his name, but the guy that was Robert Baratheon in Game of Thrones. Also
Wait,
in that.
Do I put it under K or A? I'm gonna put it under K.
It's A Knight's Tale.
I understand, but I don't.
And it's at the top of the list. That's where it belongs. But anyway.
Touche.
A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is fantastic. It's so good. The guy that plays Sir Duncan the Tall, and there's like the little kid that plays Egg. They're so funny together. Oh, hello, Winter Lady. Oh, from the Frozen Blight. Yes, way up in the way north of New York.
Yeah, how many inches do you have up there? I heard it.
No, I think it's feet. I think it's.
Oh
feet.
God.
Yeah, I believe we're at feet. Yeah, they're over a foot in Manhattan, and I think it's definitely way worse in upstate New York for sure.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's not good. They declared a state of emergency in New York, so anyone that's in the north, anyone having to suffer through the snow, sorry, no, I'm sorry. I mean, I feel so bad, and I hope everyone's okay.
For real.
It's why I moved. Everyone talks shit. It was like, oh yeah, but Florida gets so hot. I was like, yeah, but you know what? I'll never have to do to the heat one time. Never once. Shovel it. And I never have to shovel the heat. I never have to do it.
Reverse. That's what pools are for. That's what the beach is for, and that's what air conditioning is for.
Exactly. Oh yes, Wonder Man. Wonder Man. Oh, my bad. Wonder Man. I watched the first like 3 or 4 episodes of this. also really, really good. I was not expecting this to be good either, only because like Wonder Man, like why?
Yeah.
But it was fun. It very, very good. If this like it gives me Wonder Man and Booster Gold are very similar from DC, so like they're like celebrity superheroes. They're not taken very seriously, and they're like celebrities that are also superheroes. But the way that they're doing Wonder Man for the MCU is wonderful. I'm really liking it. And the rumors of what they're going to do with Booster Gold with Kumail Nanjiani as Booster Gold is very exciting. Everyone has always fan cast Nathan Fillion as Booster Gold, but he's just a little too old now. Kumail Nanjiani is just as funny. Okay, all right, we're gonna get ready to press play on the show now. Was there anything else for what we're watching? What people are watching? Outside of Star Wars.
Besides like the regular shows that like I watch weekly, The Pit included, in addition to rewatching all of Star Wars in chronological
why you're not
order.
caught up to me. This is why you're behind.
This is why this is 100%. And honestly, I was watching this the other day. So I'm doing a rewatch of DS9. So and I'm watching DS9 and it's so good, but I'm also like, and Crystal's gonna be I'm cheating on Crystal with DS9.
You are.
I 100% am.
Oh, that reminds me of Star Wars Academy.
Oh, yes, which I'm loving.
So good.
It's different than a lot of the other Star Wars shows, but I'm liking the direction that they're going. I know it's taking a lot of flack
from the neck from the neckbeard edge of the whatever I don't know, what do we call the book cloaks of the Star Trek fandom? Do they have a name? Maybe it's people think about names for the dark side of the Star Trek fandom and don't call it the Star Wars fandom. Yes. Make it a Star Trek theme thing. But the Star Wars Academy, the Star Trek Academy has been freaking fantastic. And this isn't really a spoiler, like obvious. So it takes place way, way, way in the future. Like it's the furthest in the future. It takes place during
the time frame of Discovery.
It's right after the events of Discovery.
Gets to Yeah.
The it takes place about 150 years after Discovery. So it's the furthest in the future that that Star Trek goes. And it is it's such an interesting plot point where they're coming from. Like in the last 100 or so years, Starfleet and the Federation haven't been Starfleet and the Federation the way that they embodied themselves, like in the old school stuff, explorers and helpers and like, non-militarized and things like that. For the last 100 and something years, it's been 100 and something years of war, kind of like the breaking of the world. They basically had a breaking of the world event. And
they call it the breaking.
Yeah, they do. And it was the entire they call it the
breaking, which is hilarious.
And the burn. They call it the breaking and the burn. But it was across the whole galaxy, like of planets. So like it's huge. And they have 100 and something years of war. So now this is the first group of Academy cadets that are, they're basically college age. So we're not watching kids, thankfully. And it's the first group of cadets that are going back to learn like the cadets of old did, not a military style. So it's really interesting. And since it is in the future and all the other Star Trek is canon, it's not a spoiler to mention that they do talk about Captain Sisko, who is my favorite captain from Deep Space Nine.
I didn't know he was your favorite. Nice.
He is my favorite captain. He is absolutely my favorite captain. I love Janeway. I love, Patrick Stewart. I love Picard. I like Chris Pine better than Shatner. And I'm loving Pike in Strange Worlds, but Sisko is easily my favorite. Yes, the emissary. They talk about that too in the episode. It's a really good episode of Academy, especially if you're like a huge Deep Space Nine nerd. Like, watch Academy. It's so good. Anyway, okay. Let's get ready to watch Star Wars, though, not Star Trek. All right, I'm gonna do a little countdown and then I'll press play. 3, 2, 1, and play. Should be playing for everybody.
Hope I turned it down. Music. Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to do at this beginning, believe in yourself or no one else will. Who in the Wheel of Time could have benefited from that advice?
Perrin.
Oh
That's
my
good.
gosh.
That's a
Can you
good one.
imagine if he'd believed in himself? How different his
You'll
story.
spend several books trying to tell him that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with literally all of them. You can make an argument for Rand,
That's fair.
Wayne, Elaine. God, I mean, really.
I will say the female characters are very good at believing in themselves. It's just the other people in the books who don't have confidence in them. So like Egwene is her own biggest advocate. So Nynaeve, like she knows she's a badass and she's just waiting for people to catch up with her. So Elaine, like she is very confident about her path and where she should be going and why she's doing it.
That's fair.
So.
Oh, another thing that I wanted to do is I started looking up all the characters that are going to appear in the episodes we watch, and then finding them in the what's his name? I always forget his name.
Reverse. I think you and I think the same way, because I think that they do outwardly project confidence. I don't think that's how they always feel.
Travasky.
I don't want to say too much, but that mid book Egwene, like not the Two Rivers girl, but just slightly
where she eventually gets to.
I'm trying to be careful.
I forgot the artist, the original Clone Wars cartoon that aired 2003 to 2004 or whatever. The one that I say is bad art. So I started. We lost.
What?
That was weird. I don't know.
Anyway. My tech is all over the place tonight. My hands are up here. I'm not doing anything.
I was just changing pictures too. So I figured I'd look up the art of the characters as they appear here. So first of all, there's no Ahsoka. So no Ahsoka.
Aww.
We don't have any Ahsoka in that. But we have Anakin there. So there's Anakin, like long hair.
That mullet, you guys. That mullet
so
is
bad.
Special.
Then we have Ki-Adi
But he's
Mundi.
got the chin. He's got the Wheel of Time chin.
He does have the.
He does. Ki-Adi Mundi definitely looks much better in this version of Clone Wars as opposed to this one. And if anyone doesn't remember, yes, he was in the movies too. I love Ki-Adi Mundi.
Yes.
But then obviously Obi. There's a couple of different Obis. This is later Obi. This is current Obi though.
Still love him.
I was not a fan of
Still love him.
Oh yeah, fantastic. It's wonderful. I'm also going to try to go to Florida MegaCon this year. Basically, all of the voice actors are going to be there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and like most of the Lord of the Rings cast as well, except Ian McKellen. I'm going to try to go this year and see if I can sneak in anything.
Yeah, and if you've never seen those, the pictures of what Tom just put up, Disney actually has just put them out as basically 2 feature-length episodes, movie-length episodes.
Yeah, because they were like 3-minute shorts. They were like 5-minute shorts on Cartoon Network. They weren't like whole episodes of a show.
When should I pause and watch those?
They're completely independent. So
the story is completely different.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
It's part of what a lot of people call the AU. So before it was basically people wanting more Star Wars content, but at that point Lucas had not put out anything else. So it was basically just a whole bunch of people taking what was in the books, the old.
It was a beta test to try to get, because Lucas wanted to do a live action, like he based the prequels. He wanted to be a live action television show, not 3 movies.
Not the movies. Okay.
But like each season of the show would have been like $300 million at the time. So they were like, no. So he decided to make the movies. Nope, it's gone. That's gone. I read something. I don't remember what it was. Oh, the other character that they just introduced. Another one that's not in the old show is Commander Cody. No Commander Cody, who is a wonderful character, even though he does try to kill Obi-Wan later. The ARC troopers are there, but like a lot of the characters that we love, like Rex and Fives and all of them, aren't in this. But the ARC troopers are introduced. This is what they looked like in the other Clone Wars show. They're like the specialized troopers.
That broke me too.
All Fives, yeah.
That was just a rough stretch.
There are some real gut punches in the Clone Wars and Rebels, man. They're so good.
Oh my gosh,
so good.
I've cried more than I would admit
really
in a cartoon.
Amazing storytelling and building up all of these people that you fall in love with, knowing that something terrible is going to happen when this ends. So
Tom, do you have the captions on? Can I just not see them?
I might not. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Erin doesn't like the captions, so when we watch things, I have to shut them off.
No, we need them.
Yes, I agree.
For Star Wars, I go back and forth with the captions sometimes because I don't always, my ears don't always pick up the names of things. So I like going back and seeing how it's spelled, because if I see the word, I'm always going to remember it. But if you just start talking names at me, anybody who's watched Threefold Talk, I'm terrible with names, even like Wheel of Time, which I've read so many times. I'm just like, the main character who does things.
Especially if you put me on the spot. It's gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
That's why I don't do trivia, because I get mad at myself. I'm like, I fucking know this.
I much prefer like lore-based questions, like just like just theorizing questions, not like who said this at this time, like just more like let's imagine this and how would that look in the Wheel of Time, something like that. There was a discussion in the Dragon Mount Discord yesterday or the day before where they were talking about unimaginative uses of the one power, like the way that the Ashaman are killing everybody. It's always like, oh, they throw a rock, they throw fire. Like, why aren't they doing things like taking all of the air out of somebody's lungs, or like, you know, boiling their blood and things like that? And I was like, you have to remember these people, like most of the people's education level is like maybe elementary school reading and writing. Like, that's it. There's probably just very basic reading and writing. And then like, it's far simpler to just throw a big heavy thing at somebody and kill them than it is to like try to strangle them and things like that. So it was just a fun little discussion. But those are the types of Wheel of Time discussions that I like theorizing discussions like that. Those are fun. But you know, it's also just a lack of imagination of the user. So like if the person isn't that smart, then you know they're not going to think about stuff like that.
When you think about murdering someone, you probably don't think about something that seems impossible. You think pick up heavy things, smash them, you know. Yeah,
like I can hit you with a really heavy mace instead of, you know.
It's what makes the evil people so good, especially in the show. Some of those the deaths in the show, were so disgusting.
Also, no Geonosians, by the way, in the other Clone Wars show, the original.
In the 2D?
Yep. No, the Geonosians were not referenced at all.
Interesting.
And
for the most part, they're not in a lot of the rest of the Clone Wars. So after this factory gets wiped out for the second time, like they don't. You see them periodically in the background, but there's not really like more Geonosia.
Once they leave, once this arc is done, like I think the next episode still has them still on the planet. Like they don't leave and come back. They're still there. But once that's done, it's like barely at all. There's the one Geonosian guy. There's one Geonosian guy that is with the Separatists that like is involved with it. Like you see him in Revenge of the Sith movie when they're like looking at the Death Star. They were like planning to build it, but he's just like one of the leaders of the Separatists, though. That you barely ever see the Geonosians again.
Which is very interesting. So as a kids show, this is a kids show. Always remember that. But they effectively created genocide of an entire planet. And this is the good guys. These are the Jedi and the clones.
And the clones,
So like the people who work for the good side who commit a genocide.
Almost. They don't kill the queen. I mean, they don't kill the queen. So there's they let her live. Therefore, like the Geonosians aren't completely wiped out, but they almost completely wipe them out. And that's a huge reason why the Jedi just really need to fucking change. I really hope they do some significant like reflections on the way the Jedi acted in the last few thousand years and like in the new movies and stuff.
And this is why Clone Wars is so amazing, and it does something that the movies just don't have time to really dig into, to show that extreme moral gray area, that boundary where the Jedi are functioning, which is why the separatists and the dark side are able to do what they do.
Yeah.
Because it creates, they really do it to themselves. Like Palpatine, yes, is driving the boat and like forcing a lot of the functions, but I think ultimately, even if Palpatine hadn't been there, ultimately the Jedi would have imploded.
Yeah,
there was too much rigidity, and I don't know how you can both listen to the Force and be so rigid.
You can't. You can't. And the there weren't very many Jedi that did it, except the last one that we know of is Qui-Gon Jinn. And that's why he went against, that's why he was never made a master. Well, that's why he was never put on the council. And that's why, like, he was against, like, all of the other masters were, like, you know, always annoyed with him. And the Jedi basically just believed their own dogma more than listening to the living Force. And
absolutely,
it was to their detriment.
Yeah. It's really fun watching the Tales of the Jedi with Qui-Gon and Dooku, and seeing,
because Dooku is Qui-Gon's master.
First, yes. Yep.
And Yoda was Dooku's master.
Yeah. So
but Yoda's been
all these interesting touch points.
Yeah. Yoda's been around forever though. He's had a lot of Padawans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Grogu's 50 years old and he's still an infant.
He's still little. He's still little.
Oh, did you guys?
One of my favorite things at Hollywood Studios, just like walking out of, I was walking between Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run, and there was Mando with little Grogu. I was like, oh,
yeah, they just put him in the parks too. The Mando and Grogu haven't been there. They just
it was wonderful. It was so cute.
Yeah. The oh shit, it's gone. What was I gonna? Nope, it's gone. Nope.
So for this episode, this was based off of D-Day. So dropping paratroopers behind enemy lines, and then also doing the storming of the beaches. Yeah. So this is showing you know, this is what we're seeing right now is them being dropped behind enemy lines and having to sneak the way through the mazes. So it's very interesting. I loved listening to a lot of the interviews about it, and just like the concepts. And once you see it, once you realize that, you're like, oh my god, yeah, 100%. How did why did that not just click? So
Glenn, I'm not gonna say that's my I agree with you somewhat. He is why I was so pissed off at the end of season 6.
He makes some bad decisions.
He really does. He's very short-sighted, which seems crazy for Yoda.
Well, you can even see that
short-sighted.
In Attack of the Clones, when he doesn't allow Anakin, like doesn't believe Anakin when he's talking about these nightmares that he's having about his mother, and not digging into that and allowing Anakin to go. I mean, that was one of the first major breaks, one of the most pivotal early moments in Anakin's life where like that turned him ultimately to the dark side.
Yeah. Well, he stopped believing in the Jedi. Like that was one of the things that went on the scale on the other side.
Well, how can you believe in someone or believe in a system that says like who you are is wrong? Like you don't, who you are and how you feel inside is wrong. Like as someone who has been considered extra for most of their life, like, or been too much for a room or too much for people, like that, I completely understand. Why would I put myself and stay with people who are like, you bring it down. Yeah, bring it down. You're too much.
Exactly. Yoda doesn't acknowledge his feelings either. Like he basically just tells him to like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that because you're Jedi and you shouldn't have these feelings. He doesn't even acknowledge them. He doesn't help him work through it. Nothing.
But that's the entire. And another thing that Clone Wars, the cartoon show, does was show that all of these Jedi do have these emotions. They do get passionate and they do feel anger and hate and rage. And there's a way to moderate those emotions, but you can't not have emotion.
You can't shove them down. You have to, and it's what happens in the last 3 episodes of season 6 is you watch Yoda have to come to the terms with like, yeah, I can't just ignore this. I have to face that this is part of me. And I mean, that's true with all of our emotions. And that's just what the Jedi don't do. Yeah. And had they just acknowledged that part of Anakin, he never would have had to find that acceptance somewhere else.
First off, hello.
And we'll see that in the next.
Chat. Paula. Yes, I think Keanu Reeves would be a fantastic Darth Revan. And like,
oh my God.
So good. It would be so good. For those who don't know Darth Revan, that's the main character of the Knights of the Old Republic series of video games. And
it's one of the main people in that dark side series that I was talking about.
Okay.
Revan is one of them.
I might have to.
Revan starts out as a Jedi, ends up as a Sith, then goes back to being a Jedi, and then ends up being neither. And it's a very interesting storyline. It spans both of the Knights of the Old Republic games, which are some of the best RPGs ever made. I liked the second one too. I don't care what anyone says. And then it's actually continued in Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO that was made. His storyline is continued in there, and then also in the books as well. But yeah, no, Revan is awesome. There's even a deleted Clone Wars episode that when we get to it, chronologically, when we get to it, I'm gonna play the bits that we have of it that are on YouTube, and we'll talk about it at that time. Ooh. But where Anakin goes and visits a Jedi temple, and Revan is one of the Force ghosts that he talks to, and he's in this armor. Like, this is the armor that he's in, which is one of the armors that he has in the games too. It's a mixture of the ancient Mandalorian armor and the and like Jedi robes and stuff and Sith robes.
Interesting.
Revan also has a purple lightsaber canonically, thousands of years before Mace Windu. So, yeah, love Revan, love Revan. He's awesome. Such a cool character. There's a lot of fun characters that are in that series. Vizsla, pre-Vizsla, who's a character that we'll meet in Clone Wars and things like that. One of his ancestors is in that game. There's so many characters that you see their ancestors in those games that are interesting. No Skywalkers though, not a single Skywalker anywhere. Which I like. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Nynaeve would be like Abraca Force Punch. Yes, that's
yes,
that's fair.
I agree, 100%.
Freaking Obi-Wan is a really interesting character too, and I really love the Obi-Wan series. What they did with him and Anakin's relationship there, and like how the real way it ended when we see it in that show is wonderful. His character just goes through so much, and that we see in the Clone Wars, which Crystal finally passed with Duchess Satine of Mandalore, the emperor or ruler of Mandalore.
Season 6 has been the roughest season thus far.
It's
just
wait.
It's
just wait.
It's just
I love you. I love you. I love you. Brace for shock.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's a true story.
Right.
One of my favorite fan theories is that Kira, Emilia Clarke's character in Solo, is Obi-Wan and Duchess Satine's daughter.
Oh,
that's one of my favorite fan theories. The other fan theory that people have is that it's Han Solo and somebody else's person's daughter, like she's their, another one. Oh no, I'm sorry, no. Kira and Han Solo have a daughter, and then that was Rey. That was the thing that they thought.
If you've not gotten that far, you have to watch it. You got to
keep going.
Have to watch it. Seasons.
Yeah. This is another time to plug it. We're going to be watching all of the Star Wars cartoons in the Dragon Mount Discord on Sundays, every other Sunday, throughout until we're done with it, with the author Kyoko M, who is a good friend of mine, who has never seen any of the cartoons, but I talked into watching them as long as I watch them with her. So if you're on the Dragon Mount Discord and you see us go live, come and join us and watch the rest of the Star Wars cartoons with us.
I will be there.
We're going to be watching all of them.
As much as I can. I'm so excited.
I'm excited. I heard that oh yeah, I did hear. So Paula also said, I heard that Abeloth might be coming to Ahsoka season 2. Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme, and Abeloth will take her form to deceive Anakin. So Abeloth is another big bad from the book series. It's basically like the Dark One from the Wheel of Time, like, because it's just this entity of the dark side of it's not a person. It's just this entity that like lives out in the dark of space, and it corrupts people's minds, and it's basically like the Dark One. Really a crazy creature, and I really hope they mess with it. It's not the sun. It's not the embodiment of the dark side. It's like the idea of Mashadar and Machin Shin, something that's birthed
It's
from
like
the
a
dark
corruption
side.
that has come out. Oh, there's about to be a big cat fight. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Have at it. Break it up.
Darn cats.
I like, my favorite part of Ahsoka is her relationship with Anakin. It's like big brother, little sister, and the jokes that they have in between each other is just, it's a lot. It's really fun.
But she's so good.
Yay.
She's so good for him. She pushes him to face some shit, and I just imagine if they'd had more time together, things could have been different too.
Yeah. Is that canon, or is that just what everyone thinks, that Abeloth is the mother in that scenario? I wasn't sure.
They didn't mention a mother because I just watched this a couple weeks ago. They didn't mention a mother. So there's the father, son, and daughter.
In the cartoon, they didn't mention it, but like in the book that Abeloth appears in, do they reference her as being? I don't remember. Okay, we're gonna let this play right into the next episode. So if you guys are watching in the watch party, just hang out. If you're watching on your own, we're just letting it play right into episode 6. And it starts all by itself.
Yay!
What's gonna be our cookie fortune for this one?
I know, I love all the quotes, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I want a book of them.
No gift is more precious than trust. So who in the Wheel of Time would benefit from that?
I mean, feel
Rand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, trust people.
Especially,
Tell people the whole plan, you idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to share this before. This is the family.
Yeah.
The son, the father, the daughter.
Her cosplay would be so cool. I love her.
It would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The son is a little bit unimaginative, I feel like.
It's the most basic, yeah.
Yeah, he's very basic Sith looking. I don't know. But I like it. And I won't spoil it, only because if you haven't seen, you should go and watch the episodes that they're in, because the twists and turns they take with in those episodes are a lot of fun.
It's all over the place.
That's season 4, right?
Yes, it's Perrin.
Yeah,
I think it's
Perrin.
Season 4, which has all these different arcs that are maybe don't even feel Clone Wars all the time, and then season 5 starts to hit you, and then season 6 just like smacks you across the face, you guys.
Okay, so it's book canon. We'll see if they bring it into the show too. That would be good. Yeah, nothing on Abeloth is canon technically at the moment. It was Legends canon. So
Anakin totally talking over.
Oh yeah.
Man, just gonna mansplain it for her.
Yep.
He's old.
She checks him though. Oh
yeah. That's why their relationship is so fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In my briefing.
That's
right.
In my briefing.
Perfect.
He apologizes by the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
You let me do them. The Ahsoka is very, very like the kids from Star Trek Academy too, now that I think about it, because she started her Jedi training and is learning to be a Jedi basically the entire time they're at war.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and from Anakin too, which is just a different perspective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Luminara. Oh, I do have a picture of Luminara from the old school stuff too. Luminara and Barriss.
Oh yeah.
Oh nice.
She has quite a strong jaw in this version.
It's intense. Yeah.
Yeah, very intense. Very the same costumes though. Very very similar. Almost no difference. Just very 3-dimensional and much more detailed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We do have a factory to destroy. She had a little heart
and
on her
those two
belt.
represent sorry, go ahead.
No. She had a little heart on her belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Barris and Luminar are much more what the quote unquote traditional relationship of Padawan and Jedi Master are. And
she has the same little design on her belt here too. I just like seeing that they carried it over to the
that's cute.
The little heart design. Yeah. I just love this freaking series so much. Ahsoka easily is one of my favorite characters now.
Well, I have her. Why I have a hard time believing, and I trust you, Tom. We discussed this. We're best friends, but I still don't know how I'm gonna like Rebels more because I love it so much.
You will like Rebels more. I promise you will like Rebels. You will like Rebels more for one character, and their name is Chopper.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You both agree. Okay.
Yeah. Love Chopper.
Zeb is awesome too. Zeb is awesome too.
They're all amazing. So, and it's less characters. So you're not following going back and forth. Yeah. It is a different time frame. And again, like you have an understanding of where this is eventually going. And
well, we've seen the movies. We could, the Empire rises, the Republic falls, and Rebels takes place a little while after Order 66, a couple years after. Well, more than a couple.
Characters, and that will also become two of your favorite female characters. Syndulla, it's Ahsoka and Syndulla for me are my absolute two favorite.
Oh, really? Okay, I was gonna thought. What's her name?
It's not Sabine.
Sabine. Yeah. No, is it? Yeah.
I do love Sabine. I do like Sabine a lot.
My brain kept going Satine.
Yes. She is Mandalorian, but
Sabine Wren. You will love her. I love her too. She's fucking fantastic. They the characters are wonderful. So one of the ongoing jokes about R2-D2 throughout all of Star Wars is that he is the most foul-mouthed character in all of Star Wars. And he commits a lot of war crimes. Chopper far outshadows him in both regards. Canonically, Chopper curses all of the time. And all of the characters are like, Chopper, relax. All the time.
Yeah.
And Dave Filoni does the voice of Chopper, the beeps and bloops of Chopper in Rebels. Oh, that's the guy. That's the Geonosian leader from the Separatists that we see in the Revenge of the Sith movie as well. There's also a whole storyline with that strategy droid that was in there that they go through in Rebels when they're trying to get his memory core, because he's got programmed in his brain all the battle strategies of the Empire and all of the battle strategies that they were able to observe of the Jedi and the Republic. So there's a big arc where they're trying to go get one of their still intact working memory cores.
The droid only episodes are also some of my favorite. Those were so fun and so bizarre.
I like them too.
They're so great.
The only weird episodes like that I didn't like were the Jar Jar episodes, to tell you the truth. They were just boring. They could have been so much more fun. But and I don't hate Jar Jar. Also. I don't hate Jar. I like Jar Jar as a character. It's not like I hate him. I just those episodes where they just follow him were not fun. See, I don't know, Leigh-a, if you've seen it, let me know if you agree with me. But chat, if any of you guys have seen it, let me know if you guys agree with me. The droid episodes in Clone Wars remind me a lot of the Pokemon episodes from Pokemon. Like in the original series, we get episodes from the Pokemon's point of view where there are no humans. They get accidentally left behind on an island and they all talk to each other, and Meowth is basically translating for everybody. He's hanging out with Pikachu and Squirtle and Bulbasaur and Charmander, Ash's Pokemon, but they have to have a Lord of the Flies moment, but they all band together and help each other. And it's really fucking funny. Love that episode.
Back to, there's only two people who ever do square cut throughs, and it's Barris and Ventress.
Oh,
Everybody else just circles.
interesting.
That's like a little
Mhm.
hint, like a little thing. Like
Mhm.
if you've watched Ventress do it and everyone else do it, I wonder if it has to do with just the way they think, like angular, hard
It's
edges,
never really been
sharp.
explained. Like,
Hmm.
like
Interesting.
like the decisions to have those two be the two people
Yeah.
do it. Like, I feel like it's more of a coincidence, but you see mostly circles from almost all the
Hmm.
Jedi and Sith. So
The the droids are like always, I've said this, like they're basically enslaved. Like they have sentience.
Yeah.
And they all have the restraining bolts on them to keep them from, like acting out and being able to controlled by their masters. Obviously, Anakin takes them off of R2 and C3PO, and then later, the others find them again and also take the stuff off them. But still, they're basically enslaved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love
It's
to
so
see a droid uprising series or story arc or something like that.
That would be
They
fun.
touched on it in Solo a little bit, but yeah. I love that they stuck with the different flavors of trooper armor, like they still did, like they did with the stormtroopers. Like you got the swamp troopers and the desert troopers and the.
And they have a little bit of agency in how they paint things. So,
yeah,
which
they can throw their own designs on stuff. Reminds me a lot of Sabine. Sabine's also an artist.
Ooh, okay.
And they like her art is amazing, and there's a whole subculture about Sabine art.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But also it builds on the Mandalorian side of it. Like the Mandalorians clan colors and the art that represents the clan is so important. It's bred into the culture. And yet another thing that everyone loves about Star Wars, the Mandalorians and their culture, not invented by George Lucas. Not invented by, like, so many of the things that we love about Star Wars, not invented by George Lucas. That was invented by one of the authors that made them up for one of her books. And just like the old contracts used to be, they, George rolled them into the, canon lore as he wanted. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but one of the things I really love about the cartoon specifically is that there's so many more alien main, like non-human main characters.
Oh yeah, you get to see so much more.
Yeah,
people.
That's my only gripe about a lot of the live action Star Wars stuff. There's just not enough non-human main characters where we see them on every episode. They have speaking lines, like
financial. I mean, just the time and the cost to do that practically, or otherwise, is probably pretty crazy.
I'm gonna queue up. Oh, go ahead.
That's one thing that I really loved about the Acolyte was they brought a whole bunch of like partially made aliens that were basically in warehouses for other movies and live action roles and brought them a little bit more to the forefront to use them again, but also like highlight that there is a lot of non-human culture throughout the galaxy.
Yeah.
So mad that
I'm gonna queue up for when we're done with the episode to watch, for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's only a minute long. The Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
Yay!
So we can watch that when we're done with the episode. I hope we don't. I don't think we'll get a content violation. It's only a minute long, so I don't think it's long enough for them to get mad at us.
We hope.
Yeah. There was Karen Travis was one of the main ones that did a lot of the formation of the Mandalorian stuff. I love what they did with the Mandalorians in all of it. Like, I just love the evolution of them, and I really hope that they blend the Bo-Katan's Mandalorians and the traditional Mandalorians. I hope they kind of blend together. Because the whole never take your helmet off thing is a little
dogmatic. Yeah.
It's just
so kind of a little over the top.
It's dumb. It's just, I don't like it. Like I get cool, all right, yeah, warriors, all right, I get it. But like take it off when you're in the house. Like, you know what I mean? You take it off before you go to bed. Like, you know, like you only take it off when the most private of things. Yeah. Cool. Like just let that be. Also, I would like to look at Pedro Pascal's face more.
I mean, who wouldn't, guys?
Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
Who wouldn't?
I know he's very shy in person, but like
he's so cute. Though.
He didn't look shy at that Bad Bunny concert.
Yeah, true.
You still could tell he was a little uncomfortable. Like he was just like, I know I want to be here, but this is just weird.
Yeah,
he wasn't really getting into it like he sometimes does.
Yeah. You can tell like the people that he's really good friends with on whatever project he's doing, when he does like red carpet with them, he will always stay next to like whoever he's really
emotional
with.
Support human.
Yeah, because he'll always be holding their hand like when he starts to get anxious and stuff. I love it. I love him so much.
Oh man, this episode stresses me out so much.
I know. The next episode is so good. I kind of like the way we got the arcs going, where how we have the episodes broken up, because they're like kind of 3-episode arcs. So the way we're doing the episodes is almost like we get the middle of the arc and the end of the arc, and then it's like we go for it's. I like it.
Yeah.
Because,
we're gonna end on a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah. What happened to Barriss and Ahsoka? I love that. It's where I think it's gonna work out real good for a lot of the little mini arcs that are in this. This looks very for those who remember what the inside of the Death Star looks like. This looks very reminiscent to what the inside of the Death Star looks like, and that's because the Geonosians fucking engineered the Death Star for the most part. Well, you know, the actual physical makeup of it. The obviously what's his name from Andor and stuff did not Andor Rogue One.
Yeah, he's also a really decent human, which makes him even more attractive, you know?
Yeah. Pedro, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The unbearable weight of immeasurable talent with Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage. I thought that movie was going to be so stupid and ridiculous. I watched it. I fucking loved every second of it.
Okay.
So funny.
Oh my God, this part stressed me out so much.
Oh yeah.
So that's based off there was I'm going to forget his name. Anybody who remembers the Marine colonel in Vietnam who actually like climbed under a bridge like that to lay bombs?
That's terrifying.
And completely cut off Riley? No, not Riley.
I know what you're talking about though. I remember that.
Anyways, yeah, there was this colonel during the Vietnam War, and he literally did that to set all the bombs and laid the lines to do the detonation. Wow. That's what this is based off of, is that person.
He basically monkey barred across the bottom of the bridge without monkey bars.
That's terrifying.
Ripley. Thank you.
John Ripley. It's also
I knew somebody in chat would know it.
It's also who Ripley in Aliens is named after.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I did not know that.
I learned something. I'm learning things today. I didn't know there was a secret deleted episode, which I can't wait to watch.
Oh God, yeah. It's not a full episode. Like it's mostly storyboard art, and then like a couple of recorded lines, and then the rest of it is like the Dave Filoni commentary, someone else, I forgot who else is there, like one of the other writers on the show. It's like 15 or 20 minutes, but it's not it's not like an episode. Gotcha. But it's really cool. Some of it is animated, but it's like still like just hand-drawn art animated.
Wow.
It's not fully.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
There's a word for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully realized
or polish. Yeah, realized. There you go. It's not there you go.
Okay.
That sounds more fancy. I like that one. I don't know what to do. I forgot what her species is. Barriss.
Actually,
they're in the Old Republic video game too. They're a Republic only.
This made me so mad. She was just so willing to give up on them, to give up on her Padawan and Ahsoka. What's her name? I forgot. Her. She's fighting with Anakin.
Luminara.
Luminara.
Yeah, I always confuse the Mira Lalin or Miri Allen or whatever they are with the Mira Luca for obvious reasons. I know they're not the Mira Luca. The Mira Luca are the ones without eyes. They don't have eyes. They live on a planet with no sun or no light, no visual light.
So they don't
There's a sun.
A rogue planet.
It's an outer rim planet that has like the sun gives off like a non-visual spectrum of light.
Oh, interesting.
So it heats the planet and the plants, like there are plants and stuff, but humans evolved on that planet without eyes.
Almost or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Okay. Humans evolved without eyes on that planet and they see only in the Force.
There's not enough time. I'm going to give up. I have the Force.
Immediately.
But,
Immediately. Just give up.
Give up. Yeah. Just give. She's dead. It's the will of the Force, you guys. She's dead. No. Put a little work into it.
But that's the toxicity of the Jedi is like the absolute fatalism, and I think that's why Anakin is so effective and good and has the love of the troopers that follow him, is because he doesn't just give in. He thinks outside the box, whereas the rest of the Jedi are just so muted. They're also just really not meant to be warriors and generals. Like they've literally put themselves in a bad position. This is a lot driven by Palpatine, but they should not be in charge of the army.
They've been doing that for being in charge of the army, absolutely not. But they've been militarized and too violent and warlike for thousands of years. They made themselves the world's police.
Absolutely. Well, you can Phantom Menace. Not a lot of people's favorite movie, but the very beginning of that movie is Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan going into literally
aggressive negotiations.
Literally murder people to stop a embargo on Naboo. And it's like, that is not peacekeeping. Yeah. It's not peacekeeping.
It's not negotiating if you're threatening with, lightsabers and
thank you,
force
Aaron.
tricks.
Yeah,
and I honestly, and I know we've talked about this before, but the way the Jedi take away people's consent in their Jedi mind tricks is just.
Yeah. They are so much more problematic than the movies allow time for.
Oh, yeah.
Like the movies don't give you time.
Ahsoka, ingenuitive. She's clever. I love Ahsoka. She's my favorite Jedi and non-Jedi Force user.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Ahsoka also uses my favorite style of lightsabers, which is one regular length lightsaber and a short bladed lightsaber.
Yeah, the style of fighting of using a sword and a dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think of it that way.
It's a very specific style of sword fighting,
which
is actually extremely effective. Like one of the most effective styles.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's the sword is the offensive weapon, so it's what you use to attack, and the dagger is what you use to defend yourself, block and parry.
Yeah.
And then the people who are really effective at it can actually switch hands, which is very difficult to do in the middle of a fight. Like if you need to.
What do you just the swashbucklers and the French, like the musketeers and like the French aristocrats that use the straight sword. They have those big like guards on the handle. Those aren't just ornamental.
Don't get to hit with,
No, they're not just to hit with either. On the daggers, they would make them so that they could catch the sword and like tangle it up in it. And now you still have the sword, or the other way, you could catch it with the dagger, and now you have the dagger to stab them with. But the way that she learns to use it is very similar, because the lightsabers that she gets, and we are stopping now, sadly. Yes, we are.
I want to watch another episode, but
we're not watching it. See, it played really fast. I forgot that it's like 4 seconds and it plays. But so if you're in the watch party, we're done with that for now. But the lightsabers that Ahsoka ends up with in the that she has in the Ahsoka live action show are actually Ventress's sabers, which were made by Dooku. So they have that like angle on them. So he fights very dexterously with those, and they're very much the style that he uses in it is like a cutlass, because that's how Sir Christopher Lee knows he's classically trained in sword fighting. And that's what he did. He did what he knew. So they gave him a sword that kind of fit into his hand and would be reminiscent of the way that he used to use his cutlasses. So it was, and that then gets transferred down to his apprentice, Ventress, and then eventually makes its way to Ahsoka, which I really, really enjoyed.
Don't worry, I'm only, 30 things on my list from getting to watch Ahsoka, which is the whole reason that I started wanting to go through this chronologically. But
I love your process on this too. It's like, okay, I want to watch Ahsoka. I have to watch literally everything that came.
Literally everything. I have on there. I have Andor, and then in like teen, I'm like may skip since just watched, but probably not.
Probably not. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. You're not.
But I'm probably not going to. Yeah,
you're not going to.
No.
The okay, I have the
oh yes. Oh yay.
Yeah. So let's watch the trailer.
You do that.
Oh, I
fingers
did
crossed.
not.
Nothing.
I'm very excited.
We've gone on like 10 tangents.
Yeah.
At least
when I put it on, y'all will be able to hear yourselves. Like the viewers will still
catch
hear
up,
normally.
so I can keep going, and I'll be more patient.
Just to give you guys a heads up, you will be able to hear yourselves echo, but again, the viewers won't hear it or shouldn't hear it. So just, either mute your mic or don't say anything for a minute. Okay. We're going to share this and with volume, obviously. Okay. Here we go. So good. Look at that. I love those little guys.
I love how he walks so much.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
That sounded like talking to me. Just saying.
That was mean.
Oh, so Zeb. Jabba the Hutt's son.
That's Zero?
Mm-hmm. Zero the Hutt. That's how you kill an AT-AT. So excited. So good.
Good shot, baby.
Freaking fantastic. So good. I'm so excited.
It's so good.
I love the splash with the Mandalorian and Grogu. Looked such like an old school like Western or like 1950s like matte so good.
Yeah,
love it so much.
Yeah, they're gonna be not Zero. Jabba's son is in that. Sorry,
Zero wasn't it Jabba's son because they rescued him in the
Zero
movie of Clone Wars.
Yeah, Zero.
No, it's not Zero. Zero's the cousin that.
Yes, with the purple. That's purple. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember what his son's name is, but in the comics and in the books, his son ends up being a gladiatorial fighter just like that. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that is Jabba's son. So I don't remember what his name is. Someone in chat will shout out his name. Probably Glenn. But Zeb was also there from Rebels. Very excited about Zeb.
Zeb's story. Oh my gosh,
not there yet.
No, you're not there.
Oh, you're just gonna like that. His whole the story of his.
I can learn to give up
species,
you guys, or if I can just quit my job. That's one of the two. I will go so much faster. I was contemplating it today. I was ready.
Zeb has actually been in a bunch of stuff over the last few years. So he was in Andor. He was in the end of Andor, right? Was it Andor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Andor.
So.
I need a picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab I'm grabbing an image of. Yeah, I got an image of him. So I think it was Andor, wasn't it? My bad, Noam. You could have shouted it out too. You definitely know it just as much. I associate basically all other knowledge other than Star Wars. I pretty much just Noam will get it first. That was Zeb in
Okay.
I think
Okay.
it was, I want to say maybe no, it was Mandalorian. It was like first or second season Mandalorian
Okay.
that he was in. He was in the end, at the end. That's the
Which I can't wait to watch now that I know things. Even though
the guy that's next to him is the X-wing pilot. That was also Mr. Kim from Kim's Convenience. That's who that is. So it was definitely a Mandalorian that was in. But if the way he looks in the cartoon, I have that too.
It's being Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau being able to translate these cartoons into live action is amazing.
Yeah. So good. So good. I love the way they're doing it. It's absolutely fantastic. His name is Garazeb Aurelius as well. That's his full name.
Okay.
Yeah,
they basically wanted to have a
grumpy old man.
Well, but they wanted to have like a Chewbacca type character, like a big hulking
without another Wookiee. Yeah.
Not yet, without doing a Wookiee. So they made this new species up called Lasat. And they basically did hello, kitty. They basically did to the Lasat what they planned to do to the Wookiees, which was genocide them. And there's only like a few hundred Lasat left. And
yeah, the two species have very similar paths, and as you continue to watch, you'll see. So like we got a lot of what happened to the Wookiees post Order 66 in Han Solo, which was like a very interesting bridge between Clone Wars, Rebels, or Clone Wars, the second trilogy, the prequels, and the original movies.
And the original movies, yeah. The I have a shot of him from the trailer too. They do like there's a couple of shots of him in the trailer, but this one I like, even though they obscure his face in it with a lens flare. But it's very obviously Zeb. So like he is very big. Obviously, the Lasat are large. They're very strong, very similar to the Wookiees.
Very Goliath sized, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's a good D&D reference there. Yeah, they're Goliath sized. That's good. I like that. They're really cool though, and he's really funny. And the relationship between Zeb and the other characters, and they just work so well.
He's a grumpy old man.
So funny. He's a grumpy old man. That's what he is. What he is. Grumpy old man. And him and Chopper.
Frequently, those two are the comic relief and allow the gravity of the other characters to make it again kids show. This is a kids show.
Yeah.
Whereas I think things like the Bad Batch is really meant. It's a cartoon for adults. I believe this is how Maul's going to go. It's going to be a cartoon for adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I would argue that season 6 is not for young children by any means.
Well, at that point they had taken it off of Cartoon Network, and it got picked. Because there wasn't Disney Plus. Who did it get picked up by, Tom? I don't remember. So it started on, it was Netflix. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So turned in, and because there was such a cult following of it, that's why after season 5 is where it starts getting like shit, starts hitting the fan. And it gets darker and it becomes less for kids. Also progressing to Order 66.
Yeah. It goes from rated G to rated TV PG.
Oh, okay.
And so do you guys think Maul is going to be PG-13 then? Because like Bad Batch, Clone Wars, and Rebels are still all TV PG.
Well, I don't necessarily. I'm also not an expert about like, because I don't have kids.
Yeah. Well, PG-13 can have a little bit more gore. It could have one fuck, actually, which is funny. One fuck. It could say shit like 8 times. So there's a little bit, but basically for the purposes of like, they're not going to curse like that, but they'll have, it could be more gory, like
more violent,
more violent, or just depictions of violence.
Going to be dark. I think it's going to be plot wise very dark, a lot of political intrigue, and I don't think you need to have gore and violence to do that. And just because it's PG, like having those like aspects of.
So you think Maul is going to be more diplomatic in his problem solving?
I think it's going to. No, I think he's going to be the opposite of diplomatic. I'll a lot of what Maul goes through, and this gets starting into like late season 5, season 6, season 7, and then eventually to where he ends up in Rebels
and Solo.
In Solo, yeah, and you see him in Solo. I remember, speaking of like why you need to watch the cartoons and you can't just rely on the movies, I remember talking to my dad. My dad was the one that got me into Star Wars back when I was like a little bitty baby, and but he's only watched the movies. But he's one that's like, I don't watch cartoons, I'm an adult. Okay, Dad.
Has he watched them yet?
No. I'm trying to get my nieces and nephews into Star Wars, so my dad will watch it with my niece and nephews, I'm pretty sure. So I'm trying to like bribe them to get into that. Okay. It hasn't hit yet because their parents aren't into Star Wars. Anyway, that's another story for another time. But when you watch Solo, he's like, didn't that dude die in the first movie? And I was like, oh,
yes,
father.
But
well, no, we thought so, but no. And he's like, that just doesn't make any sense. I was like, well, if you watch the cartoons, like put on your actual big boy britches and watch the cartoons, it would make absolute sense.
I have to say though, I was pretty anti-cartoon until Avatar, so I wouldn't like hate it. I wouldn't refuse, but I hadn't found one that I enjoyed until Avatar. So
that's fair. I mean, Avatar was one of the first like cartoon television shows that I dove into immediately. As
an adult, I will say.
As an adult, yeah. Yeah. I did watch it as it aired, and like, I mean, like, I don't know, I was like 19 or 20 maybe when it aired, so I was still young, but I wasn't like a kid, I guess. I don't know. I never really grew out of cartoons, to tell you the truth. Like, I've just watched them forever. Like, there's like never been a time where I didn't like watch some cartoon at some point. Like, I stopped watching anime like after Full Metal Alchemist, and maybe you know what, I watched Naruto a bit in the beginning, but that's about it. Like, but it was just like, you know, I still went back and rewatched Gargoyles. I saw people talking about Gargoyles.
Yes. That's on our list, right?
Clone Wars was what got me back into cartoons because I very specifically remember the moment where one of my friends convinced me to start watching it because I knew it existed, but as a kids show. And as much as I wanted more Star Wars content, also I had just gotten out of the Navy and all this jazz. Went to a baby shower for one of my coworkers, and the friend who was hosting it had her sons, I think, were like 7 and 9 or something like that, and they had all the little action figures. So went over to like early to help set up and was hanging out with the kids, and their mom, Rachel, was like, hey, you know, Leigh-a loves Star Wars. And so they start talking to me about all these things in this cartoon. And I was just like, I stopped doing what I was doing because I'm just listening to these two kids explain Clone Wars. And I was like, wait, what? Like, wait,
that sounds awesome. More. I want to watch this.
And meanwhile, Rachel is like, because I'd been like, I'm not going to watch a cartoon, but I'm an adult. Exactly. Raised by my father. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there like not doing the things I had told everybody I was going to do. I'm just listening to these two kids tell me about Clone Wars and Star Wars. And I was just like, wait, and then what? Wait, and I think it was like season 4.
Well, then what happened? Then what happened?
Yeah, and at some point they're like, you need to come participate in the adult part of the party. Like, they knew they couldn't give me away because they're like, you haven't drank any wine. We haven't opened the wine yet. Do you want to come open the wine? I was like, no, I want to talk about Star Wars with these two kids.
Get away from me.
Absolutely not.
Fantastic. I love that.
So for those of you who know me, like,
yeah.
If you can't lure me away with alcohol, you know something's gone wrong.
And this is why I love Rapunzel, by the way. She is always reminding me about things because she's fantastic. She knows that I'm terrible at that. You know what it is? She used to be a teacher too. Like who's taught with, you know, kids that were on my level of neurospiciness. So I appreciate her. Thank you very much. Yes, we are.
Dragon Mount's an amazing team effort.
Yes, it is, and I love everyone that works here. Some of them have been my friends for more than 20 years. Kitty is fantastic. Ebony is wonderful. Kathy is amazing, our CEO, and I'm so glad to have done this because I would have never met Crystal. Like I only met when we started hanging out like a year or two ago, like
doing years now.
Yeah, doing Dragamon stuff, and then like if I didn't do this, I would have never met you guys and chat and everyone in chat. Like this has just been fantastic. The Wheel of Time community has given me the most in my life. Like even this stuff is
absolutely.
But yes, so we are doing the Leigh-a, would you be so wonderful as to Vanna White to display that book again for us? The Black Tongue Thief by Chris Bullman. And look at the lovely painted nails of Leigh-a, the Roofmistress, while she holds it up. Yes, we are giving away. So we still have more books to give away. We are still doing the book club where we have our discussion posts in the Discord. So if you're not a member of the Discord, go join. And you do have to also be a Patreon subscriber to join the book club, but you could do it for free. You could follow us for free and still gain that benefit of being in the book club. So go and check that out. And you could possibly get a free copy of the book and maybe a little fun wax seal. Who knows? I have like 5 or 6 of them.
I just lost all my stuff. Where did it go?
Don't lose stuff.
That's only something. There's stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't even break the seal.
Nice. Yeah, I took that one off of Jen Lyon's book because I had like one left to that no one won from the giveaway, so I just took it off that book, put her book back on my shelf, and then just stuck it on that one. But I have an Avatar: The Last Airbender seal. I have some Brandon Sanderson seals from the
Why didn't you send me
Kickstarter.
that one with your Christmas card? I'm offended.
You'll get more stuff. You'll get more stuff. It's a White Lotus seal. So yeah, go and check out the giveaway. I'll post a link again to the giveaway, and go and follow Dragamount on Patreon and all the things. But also the Roofmistress Leigh-a and Threefold Talk and Malkier Talks over. Well, I mean, you have a contingent over on the other side of the pond with Rob, but y'all are over here, obviously. And do you have any fun things that you want to share about MalkierCon that's coming up very soon?
Yes. So Rob's made a couple announcements recently. One, the little less exciting one, is that the room block is officially open for the hotel. So if you want to stay at the hotel where it will be hosted, that block is officially open. But there is a little bit more of a sassy stabby news. We have an official special guest for this year, and it is the one, the only Daddy Ruark.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Bjorn, what's his last name?
Oh my gosh.
That's why I didn't say it, because it starts with an L and I'm terrible with names.
I don't remember. His first name is his first name is Bjorn. I don't remember what his last name is. But I'm very, very excited about that.
A picture in here. That man is
Yes, I'll get it. I'm getting a picture.
There's a video on Instagram, and I can send you the link very quickly.
Is it the one that's on the MalkierCon website?
Yes.
I
have no idea. I haven't gone to but yes.
Oh, here we go. I'll just do this. Here we go. Watch. And then everyone will be able to see it. I'll share my screen. And then we can watch it together. If I could find StreamYard. There it is. Okay.
Too many tabs in your brain.
Too many tabs in my brain. Oh, my bad. Too many tabs in my brain and on my screen.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So no volume this time. There we go. Oh, wait. There it is. Haha, the MalkierCon website. So Bjorn Landberg. There we go. Bjorn Landberg. Yeah. Is gonna, and there he is.
We're amazing fans.
in his Ruark glory. Look at him. Gorgeous man.
Which, if you want to see more about the costume, go to Fashion and Fantasy, and Sharon has a whole IEL wing and talks about the costume, specifically a lot of the leather working, and also how she put together all the various pieces.
She has a lot of behind, like a little behind the scenes clips and stuff of them in their like studio working on some of the stuff. It's really worth it.
Hearing the thought process behind it all was fantastic.
Yeah, thank you, Noam, for sharing that again.
But
yeah, so for those wondering,
is so.
Oh God, yeah. So September 4th through September 6th are the dates for the convention. They are this convention is in Prague.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and the other thing that Rob also announced was that it's going to be traveling next year. It's not going to be in Prague next year. Where do you remember where it's going to be?
They have not yet decided. After last year's convention, they sent a survey out to all the attendees for recommendations. We had two major, the planning committee has two major criteria. One is proximity to a major airport for reasons. But then also a city that's fairly cheap. So London, lots of airports, really fucking expensive. We're
Yeah.
not doing it in London.
Yeah.
Same thing with like cities like Paris, but there might be other places. There's been a lot of recommendations, I think, for Ireland. Also a couple of Germany's, like there's various locations. So Germany is cheap to get to from the European continent as well as other places. We do have, it's a very international contingent that shows up. We had somebody from Japan last year.
Yep.
As well as we've got a couple people who make an annual trip from Israel, as well as
You had some.
several
You
of
had.
us-
I was about to say you had some people from the United States too. That was a pretty far journey.
one of them, Jerry, she comes from California. So
Oh wow.
and I
that's-
think
that's
Jesse, who's the photographer for WatCon, is talking about flying from Alaska
Yep.
to
It's-
Prague
it-
this year.
It was
So
an
fun.
awesome convention. I had so much fun, and
Mhm.
Prague, like the city of Prague, is a gorgeous city.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And where
but yeah,
the hotel is 2 metro stops from the downtown, where there's a lot of things and a lot of people do plan various trips throughout. Rob and Sulin are amazing at building in breaks where people can go do
Go
other
for it.
things. And that's the benefit of a smaller convention.
Yeah.
Not that Jordan Con's huge. Like Militime conventions are not
it's
San
one
Diego
track
Comic-Con.
room.
They're not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not Dragon Con.
No.
So-
It's one track, Wheel of Time, and
Yep.
it's like one panel room, but the content was a lot of fun. Rob put together a really fun scavenger hunt that took you not too far away from the hotel, but all walking distance, like from the hotel. I think at the farthest it
That
went
you
was
can
like
do
maybe,
over the period of 2 days.
yeah. It wasn't like rush and do this. It was really
Mhm.
a great time, really worth it if you can swing it and where the world isn't ending or anything.
And this is our
Yeah.
5th year of Mount Gary Con, so it is the ideal year. You can tell by
the
our
fifth.
special host.
It's the 5th.
Oh yes,
I love it.
I
love
am
it.
planning. I am making 3 whole new costumes for this.
Ugh.
One of
And
which
you're-
will be show accurate for the Roofmistress, and I really want to like just have Bjorn
Oh
like
my
do the
God.
whole like you touch the cheeks and I
Yes.
will faint immediately.
Yes. Please have somebody record that if it does
Yes.
happen. Please, for the love of everything holy. Are you? Do you know if Rob will be doing virtual events this year?
Yes, so you can get, if you can't attend in person, which
Yay.
like real life
Oh,
things. It is the start of the school year, and I know that here in the U.S., so a lot of people can't go because like responsible
To teach the
parenting.
children.
We
Mhm.
appreciate that. Yeah,
Expensive.
teachers, it's expensive. But he does, everything is virtual. So and it's accessible, and they do have an entire set of volunteers that monitors the computer and make sure that the people who have virtual tickets are able to interact with the panelists, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Rob really just always goes above and beyond for the community. He's one of
He
the
does. He's amazing.
he's one of my favorite people in the community, and there's so many people that give so much to the community, and he really does a lot, but also shows so much recognition to a lot of the other people in the community that provide a lot of things for it. It's just it's a great time. He's good people's, and also I guess those IEL weirdos that hang out with him occasionally are fun people too.
I mean, he is our token wetlander.
It's true.
He might
It's
be a token wetlander, but he's our token wetlander.
And
Sure.
who knows, like depending on like when you're there could be a play going on in the Prague Shakespeare Company that our our Uno Guy Roberts could be putting on, so you maybe go check
yeah, they
out
haven't
that.
announced the fall
Lineup yet.
the late summer fall season, what they're doing, but
Yeah,
that
but
would
I'm sure
also
he'll be doing something like if I wouldn't be surprised if he just like sneakily came to say hello or something. Guy is an awesome dude.
The only reason he didn't come last year was because he was literally away filming, like doing.
He was in
some
another
project.
country. Yeah, he was in another country.
Yeah, he profusely apologized.
I know, like it's his
to
fault.
Rob.
Like, yeah. Oh, we're so sorry.
So sorry. Mhm.
Fucking
So.
Guy is such an awesome dude. He really loved interacting with the community with all the TV show stuff. But yeah, okay. So
Rapunzel, do you have me bugged? What are you
Just a-
watching me?
that's funny. I got these books for you. Yo, come hold these books for a minute. The first one's free. All right. So Roofmistress, you've done the Inside the Dragonmount Studio interview with us already. So one of the things that we've been doing, and this is another thing that if you join our Patreon that you can get access to, I've compiled a ton of just random questions. Some of them have been submitted through the Patreon. Some of them I built like a backlog of random questions by just sending messages to some of my friends from high school that I've been friends with. Like, send me a random question, and they would just send me random questions, and I threw them into the random question thing. I came up with a bunch. Aaron came up with a bunch. But if you join our Patreon, you could submit the random questions, and who knows, maybe your question will come up and get asked on the live with the person. So you're going to be asked completely random questions, some of like all over the place. There's no theme or rhyme or reason to them. So just giving you the heads up there.
Watching Joe last week, all of his questions gave me so much anxiety, and I was like, I'm so glad I'm not the guest on the show tonight because I don't know if I could actually answer any of those questions.
And now we have you.
We'll see how this goes.
Just shout the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't think too hard. Just the first thing that comes to mind. Do you?
I need my emotional support, Kitty.
Do you have a question ready, or do you want me to go first?
Go first. Hold on. Sorry, I was not ready.
No, you're good. You're good.
Here we go.
I'm stressed out.
What is something that you've made or created that you're most proud of?
That's an impossible question because if you've ever seen me at a convention, one of my favorite things is cosplay. I've taught myself how to make chainmail. I think
love
maybe
your cosplay.
Maybe it's the chainmail because there's a funny story tied to it.
Okay. What did you make out of chainmail?
Well, the one thing that I wore for this particular story was basically the scale mail epaulet with chainmail tying it together along with tied to a chainmail collar.
Oh, wow.
And I use this as a derivative off of Sharon Gillam's. Also, go get the virtual tickets from Fantasy and Fashion. But it was a derivative off of her concept art. And that's one thing, like, I don't like doing replicas of things in shows. I'm competitive and I hate it when somebody does the costume better than me, but also I want to do something a little creative. So I pulled a whole bunch of pieces together, made a whole bunch of stuff, also just did the whole like when I just found shit that I have in my closet. But one thing that I had made was this black chainmail epaulet that and it came across, and it was diagonal opposite to a single armed leather piece that I had made. And I was watching the Black Tower guys do their live show, and Dr. Michael Livingston, who was a guest at JordanCon, came by, I really wanted to show him the piece. Meanwhile, my crosswise top wasn't really I forgot to put the wire in it, so it was kind of popping out a little bit, and we'd done several attempts to tape it to myself. So I JordanCon, I Robert Jordan, and I boobily busted up. I was like, Dr. Livingston, I want to show you something in the full kitten Lanfear outfit, and the look of absolute
I wish I saw that.
fucking horror on this guy's face.
I wish I saw that so bad.
And I wasn't even registering what I just did in the it was a derivative of the costume from The Wheel.
It's fantastic. I love that. That's wonderful.
And I was like, look what I made, and showing in it, and the look of absolute relief again as I'm boobily, look at this!
Look!
So excited, I made this myself.
I know. We're not supposed to look.
And I have I've gone to Charleston with OGearCon, so I've met this gentleman several times. We did the whole book opening, surprised him for that. So again, met him several times, and as I'm I just didn't even realize until afterwards. I was like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot.
No, that was perfect. I don't think you could have planned that to have been better.
No, but yeah.
I wish I saw his face. He's so funny.
Yeah. So I have done a whole bunch of really cool things, complete costumes from scratch. I love a lot of the pieces I do. I did, speaking of Star Wars, from the Mirren, from the second was the one with Cal and Mirren, the video game.
Oh, Cal
she's a
Kestis.
former Night Sister. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
did her. I completely tore apart a leather jacket and like pieced it back together to do an almost exact replica of that costume because Beth Doman asked me to. But I use that as a fourth age Red Aja as well. So
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
That's see the ingenuity there. You can like kind of have like a double costume going on there.
Yep.
Is Marin isn't the same? Is she the same? No, that's not the same character from Knights of the. No, it's never mind. Sorry.
She wasn't in. So she escaped the massacre of the Night Sisters because she was off-world at one of their temples. So.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of another character there, but no, yeah, she's a Night Sister or a former Night Sister. Or whatever. Yeah. Okay, I remember now.
Yep.
I didn't play the second Jedi Survivor game, but I played the first one, and I watched most of Beth play the second one.
They kiss.
I know. I was very happy. I hope they include him in the show. All right. Do you have another question?
Well, in the
I have several.
Go ahead.
So this one's kind of weird. What is a smell that takes you right back to childhood? Like something that you can smell that takes you back to being a kid.
I grew up in Florida, so just any beachy smells are just very nostalgic for me.
That's especially funny because I have the same thing, but I grew up in New York. Mm-hmm. So when I smell like a beachy smell, but I get the same, it's the same for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you grow up in Florida though?
It's Martin County, so just north of Palm Beach County.
Oh, so the East Coast, the Atlantic coast.
The Atlantic side, yes.
Where the real beaches are, not the bathwater that is the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay, so I just had to get that one out. Sorry. Okay. Since we're watching Star Wars, so the question is, what's an unpopular opinion that you have? But since we're watching Star Wars, what's an unpopular Star Wars opinion that you have?
Okay.
I mean, I kind of talked about it. Like, I love early Ahsoka, and I know a lot of people when they originally came out, but I don't know if I have an unpopular overall opinion. Oh, maybe this is unpopular. I love the Acolyte.
I love the Acolyte too. I don't think that's unpopular because when you actually looked at the ratings for it, the ratings are amazing. It was just a very loud minority of people that, that made people think that it wasn't doing well. But it actually, the ratings, like the Nielsen ratings, like the viewership ratings and the ratings on like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, and all that stuff, they're all really good. So yeah. Acolyte,
also, they need more queer representation.
Oh yeah,
they're getting better at racial diversification, so there are a lot more people of different.
There's a lot more skin tones,
ethnicities. Yes, but they haven't really done an amazing job at the overall queer representation. They had most of the queer representation that they have is women.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate, but that also kind of a little bit caters to the gross male fantasy of like, oh yeah, like I just want to see two girls make out. And it's like, we're not here to make out for you.
I feel like Star Wars doesn't do a lot of focus on like romantic relationships.
Yeah. But relationships are part of a core.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm just trying to think of like really
if it just existed, and I think that's one reason Acolyte really worked, and I did love the way that they had the relationship of the two women in Andor was because that wasn't the story, it just existed, and I love the way it just existed and it wasn't a centerpiece. I just wish there was more of that, and I'm hoping because that they're getting there.
I know why there's not a lot of romantic representation because we follow mostly the Jedi who are not allowed to have feelings for it. Yeah. Which is why I really hope they go with like Luke, like in the books, Luke's Jedi Order, and like he changes it so that they are allowed to have and feel emotions, but they're not allowed to let them rule them. That's the
Well, in the third trilogy, a lot of the story was based around Kylo Ren and Rey, and like. What type of relationship is that? Like, is it there was a lot of conversation for a long time about are they romantically falling in love, or are they just finding somebody that you can relate to because you're the only two Force users, really? Anyways, that's a complete tangent.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All
so
right.
queer representation in Star Wars, more queer representation. Let's get a little bit more woke.
Yeah, the High Republic and the Old Republic stuff do have a lot of queer characters, but that's again video games and the books, not the
books.
Yeah.
Not the,
okay.
The
do you? Oh no, it's Crystal's turn. Crystal,
Mine.
do you?
Okay, if you came with a warning label, what would it be?
Extra. Also, secretly an introvert. People don't believe me that I'm an introvert. I'm an extroverted introvert. I do need my time. I do need my quiet.
What I say is we cosplay as an extrovert. It's basically what it is. And then I need to go crawl into my hole and put a blanket over my head and cuddle my cat. And
when I go to cons, I spend like 2 months worth of extrovert battery, and then I need to go home and recover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's 100% fair. Okay. So this is a question from Bill. I'm going to amend it slightly. It's, do you have any nicknames? But I'm going to do you have any nicknames, or have you given anyone a fun nickname that you want to tell a story about?
In high school, all my friends called me Captain.
This
is even before I applied for the Naval Academy, just because I was always telling people what to do and like literally bossing people around.
Type A. Okay. I like that. That's fun.
Yeah. And then recently, I don't know why, because I've never been a fan of poop or fart jokes, but I've started calling my little Paka Poo Poo. I don't know why, because Paka and Poo Poo, like, I don't know, but I'm just like, hey, Poo Poo.
Hey, my sister, my sister had 2 cats for like 15 years, and one was Pooper and one was Piper. So,
wow.
Surprised she didn't wake up when I said that.
No. Do you have another one?
Oh gosh. Yeah. If you could have one person, one voice narrate your life, who would it be? Living or dead? They don't have to be alive. You can just have one voice that would narrate your day.
That's a hard one.
There's so many good ones out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely want to go with a woman. So even though I love like when Morgan Freeman or like Benedict Cumberbatch or somebody like that narrates, like that would be amazing. But I need a woman to narrate, because only a woman would understand what I do, and it would either be Carrie Fisher or Kate Blanchett, or who plays Gwendolyn Christie.
That's a good one too. When you said a woman, the first 2 names that popped in my head were Helen Mirren and Maggie Smith.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh. All good choices.
Judi Dench too. Ooh, there's so many. All right, anyway, okay. Yeah, James Earl Jones. Tilda Swinton too. That's a good one too. I like that.
Oh yeah, she's very good. Yeah, there's so many amazing. Yeah, there's so many amazing women out there that I would just love to listen to their voices all day long.
Yeah.
Or Kate Redding. Like, I'd fucking love to have Kate Redding.
Oh yeah, obviously. And she could do so many voices. Okay. What is if you can't remember the last one, I mean, the question is, what is the last book you gave up on reading? But any book, if you can't remember the last one, like any book that you started reading but didn't want to finish, or series that you maybe only read 1 or 2 books in and then gave up.
I'm gonna get canceled for this one. Dune.
No, you're not. I couldn't read all. I've only read the first book. That's it. I don't really like it.
I started reading it and was very.
Glenn's gonna harangue us, by the way.
No, and actually, Glenn and I have had this conversation, and he understands why I've said this, and he's actually one of the people that has encouraged me to push past the point where I DNF'd. So obviously written in a different era than we're in. Love the world building, love the descriptions of all the aircraft. I'm an engineer. I was in the military. It was fucking fascinating. But once we got to the part where the bad guys came and attacked the insert, you all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it was the Baron or whatever his fucking name was. He was a
Baron Harkonnen.
Yeah, he was a queer So he was a one gay character and he was a pedophile, and it went so overboard. And I understand why in the 70s that was the bad guy, because that was frequently like the bad guys were queer, the bad guys were pedophiles. That was a stereotype that they had at that point, but it just went on and on and on. And I was just like, okay, so we're going to get past this, right? It was like, and then it kept going. And my understanding is that's not how the books continue. That's not a common. It was just that one particular scene that was never ending. So I'm eventually going to get back to it. I'm just not excited to get back to that part and push through.
That's fair. That makes me think of the end of the It book. If anyone has ever read the Stephen King book, It, there's just an obligatory 4 kids have like an orgy scene, and it's very weird. For no reason. Yeah. The kids from It, those kids. Yeah, it was just very random at the end of the book and unnecessary and dumb. But anyway, okay. Wait, Crystal, same question to you. What was the last or a book series that you can remember that you started reading and stopped? But purposefully stopped, not like forgot to, like you were like, I don't want to read this anymore.
I don't. So as an aspiring writer myself, I really don't do that very often. I will suffer. I'm trying to think. I know there's been, pull up my app. I know there's been something recently that I was like, nope, can't do it. It was it was one of the psychological thrillers. The girl was like raped pretty early, and I was like, nope, can't do it.
Well, I've never watched The Hills Have Eyes too. I'm like, if that's how you act, or Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale. Couldn't get through the first episode. I was like, no, if this is how we're starting off, I'm done. All right.
I can't even remember, but it was a psychological thriller. I think it wasn't a Sherry Lupino one, but it was, I just can't do those. Those are not, I need it. If they came with trigger warnings, I would probably do better, but
that's fair. Okay. Do you have?
It should be an amazing. If books had those, sorry.
I know. I totally agree.
So when we wrap our blind dates, so when we wrap our blind dates, if there is things like that in there, we put like little trigger warnings to stuff like that.
That's good.
That's good.
Okay. Do you want to do the last question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm nervous.
I know. Really I had when you said it was the last one, I'm changing it. Okay. What's the most dramatic thing that you've ever done over something really small? Like just like a big drama, little thing.
I 100% know there is. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
I have something.
Oh no.
That I did?
No, that I did.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait, what did I do? I'm very
If you can't think of something, then I'll fill in for you so that you don't have to feel bad. Okay. It was the little thing was, okay. So since we've moved to Florida, we've lived in 2 homes. And the first one we sold, we got real lucky. Like we were buying a new home just before COVID hit, like weeks before COVID hit. Yeah. So like the prices were like super low. And then we sold our home after COVID hit. So it sold, well and fast. But the person that we ended up selling it to was like a dick, and I hated him. And I didn't want to sell it to him, but we listened to our real estate agent, who was a friend of ours, and she was right. And we should have sold. Selling to them was smarter because they proved that they had money, essentially. But anyway, I didn't like them because they were just dicks. Like they were very annoying. When we went to do the closing and we met with the title company, the moment the title company person came in, never met her before in my life or anything. She just was like, oh, not this one. and she was like, the people that are buying your house have called more than 20 times this morning, just like over nonsense, ridiculous things. But anyway, years before we moved, just after Halloween, Walgreens did an 80% off sale of those 5-foot plastic skeletons.
Yeah.
And I have about 20 of them. So one was broken and I disassembled it and buried it around the house. in a couple of spots where they're going to have to, if they do any kind of landscaping in the front of the house, they're not going to do it because they were older. They're definitely going to hire a landscaper, and they're going to stumble upon very real looking human bones.
That is so petty.
Yeah. So my hope is that these, like, the landscapers are working, they dig it up, they find like a jawbone, which I buried like 4 or 5 inches below the dirt, and they just call the cops. They just immediately call the cops. That's my hope. That's my hope.
Or they might also pause to see if like there's some sort of like ancestral bury, like, because a lot of construction projects get stopped because it's like either some sort, people think it's like some sort of like sacred land,
it's a native
or archaeological, like something that needs to be preserved. So they spend a lot of time.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Native American stuff in the area there, because the Floridians kick them out very badly. But
your brain is amazing. That is such a long con. Like,
I don't know if that I'm okay with not seeing. I'm okay with not seeing that payoff. It'll pay off eventually. And I disassembled the entire one of those plastic skeletons and buried around the entire house all over the place. Yeah. So I'm a petty motherfucker, but it's always appropriate. It's always appropriate, I will say.
And I feel like that's how I am. Like, I don't really, when I was a kid, I was definitely very dramatic. But like,
I mean, I
was quiet.
Teenagers, hormones, like, never a good look, but everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us can say, like, count that as part of human experience. But as an adult, I've always been very level-headed. So when things like, that's one of the reasons, like, I've always been good at my job, is like when shit hits the fan, I'm just like, okay, let's take a break. Let's take a breath.
Yeah, that's an ADHD thing too.
It takes a lot to ruffle my feathers. 100%. Absolutely. I love it. I'm so good. I'm so good. Like, get the more chaos, the better.
Yeah.
I just tend to panic later. That's my problem.
Yeah. Rapunzel, who do you think I am? This is a game.
Yeah.
I'm smarter. I'm way smarter than that.
It takes a lot to get me mad. It takes a lot to get me to the point where I'm outraged by things.
Oh yeah.
The past several years have really that a lot.
Oh no, we're wide open about talking our feelings about that here. Fuck Donald Trump, fuck ICE, fuck anyone who voted for him.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I live in DC, and like, it's hard to leave my apartment because I see guardsmen walking half a block from me, right outside a convenience store that is run by immigrants. And I'm just like, why the fuck do you even need to be here? Like, you're literally not.
There isn't a reason.
It enrages me.
They're white cloaks marching the streets, or they're literally the stormtroopers, but not the stormtroopers from Star Wars, the other stormtroopers from 1940s Germany.
Yeah, 100%. And as somebody who served in the military, I feel very bad for the individuals, but I do everything that I can in my like within the realm of like safety and not getting arrested to make their lives miserable. I've actually even considered carrying around little like large syringes with glitter that I could just like walk by and like glitter bomb. Because I did that to one of my upperclassmen when I was a freshman. I glitter bombed his his entire wardrobe, and that shit does not come out. And he was in trouble. He was in trouble for months. Because he literally had glitter all over his black uniform.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It was so amazing.
You gotta, if you're gonna glitter bomb somebody, you always gotta go with that powder glitter too, the really fine shit. Oh, that is truly crafting herpes, and I love your brain. Well done.
So I did that to an upperclassman, and somebody, like, it was a random Instagrammer, TikToker that was like, absolutely do not buy glitter and throw it randomly in the air as you walk by ICE agents. I was like,
that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
Stop the bus. I'm 100, like, once I get a job again, I'm 100% buying like 100 pounds of glitter, and I'm absolutely just going to glitter bomb every single freaking National Guardsman.
They do make biodegradable glitter. So we're just going to say that as well.
What I was going to buy was the edible glitter.
Okay, that works.
So even though it's a little bit more,
then they're going to be sticky. It's even better. Oh, I love it.
It's going to get all over their face. Like it's stripper.
It never goes away.
Like you know when there's always the joke like, oh, I could tell you went to the strip club because you had like that glitter all over you.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's fucking what I'm doing to them. So again, as a prior service member, I do feel bad for them because they literally don't have agency over their choice to be here.
Listen, I'm just following orders. Didn't work last time, and it ain't gonna work this time either.
Yeah.
100%. And I'm also so glad that Mark Kelly and all those people who made the video were immediately exonerated in a trial that has a 99.97 moving
Conviction
on
rate.
the grand juries. Yeah. So it's almost impossible to fuck that up.
Yep. Well, that's when you're so dumb and the federal government had a 99% conviction rate. If they brought a case forward, they used to. If they brought a case forward, it was because they knew they could prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, like without a doubt. Like if you had a federal case brought against you, you were losing it. Is pretty much the way it worked. Yeah. But now their ratio is just completely gone now. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yep. But anyway. Yes, we support gay and queer rights. We support Black Lives Matter. We support our immigrant brothers, because we're all immigrants, brothers and sisters. They, them,
we support the autonomy of the indigenous natives.
Human beings. Yes. Human beings. They're not illegal aliens. They're not people that are invading our country.
They're just undocumented because they have not yet become documented, and they have not and a process needs to be created to get them to that pathway.
Well, and there is a process. They need to hire more people to do it, so that they can do it faster.
Yes.
Because all these people are in the process of becoming documented, but there's not enough people to go for it to they get a court, they get a date of a year from then. If we had more judges and more clerks and guess what that is? More jobs for Americans. Anyway, that's
for people educated here in America. And you can't become a federal employee if you don't have your citizenship.
Yes.
So only people who pay taxes are able to get federal jobs.
Exactly. Our political chat will happen in Discord as per usual, but our feelings don't apologize. We wear our feelings on, we wear our thoughts on our sleeves and our politics on our sleeves. We try to create a safe space for everybody.
Baby.
Exactly.
If you didn't know what Star Wars was about and you call it woke.
I have begun changing my profile picture to Saw Gerrera on most of my social media for a reason. So, yeah. Anyway,
I've been doing my rewatch. I actually started an Excel spreadsheet just with hot topics. If I ever started my own podcast, it would be a rewatch with me raging.
I love that.
We're going to have to talk about this. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm sharing a link to Malkier Talks website that will link you to the Threefold Talk stuff. Go and check out Leigh-a and Sulin and Amis. They're amazing, and their token Wetlander Rob.
And we are currently so because unfortunately the show got canceled, we have started we've shifted from what we normally do. So we still talk about the Daily Bail, which is our news within the community. So we've talked one reason I know so much about Sharon Gellam's fantasy and fashion is because we've talked about it a lot. So we talk about news with either the actors, what's going on with just other content creators, or things within the community that people would be interested in. So we still have that, but now we have started reading chapter by chapter The Expanse, which has been hilarious.
I gotta read that book. I love the show.
Well, if you haven't read it, come join us. So I've read the books multiple times. I've seen the show multiple times. So Tom, you would be in the Mel category. She's only seen the show. She's never read. Yes, the Expanding Threefold Talk. So you'd be right. The four of us just all have very different experiences with
That's
it.
Fantastic. I love that. That's really cool perspectives too.
And I spend most of the show going like this. It's just me making faces because I literally can't.
When is the next time that they can watch you guys?
We're Thursday evenings, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's live, so you can join us in chat if it works with your time zones. We are on chapter 11 and 12 of Leviathan Wakes, the first book. So the chapters are fairly short. They're about 10 pages each. So if you haven't caught up to us, oh my God, Frank, ubiquitous. Yes. We had a chat last time. There was a code phrase that was inserted in. I was like, chat, come up with all the phrases. How would you use ubiquitous? Because that is a random ass word.
I love that word.
It's good. It's good for the purposes it was needed in. Also fucking placentamon is disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Spud Monkey has been creating a whole bunch of amazing original art for us. It really
I love
just
our
become this,
community.
like,
It's so fun.
yeah, and we are able to put a lot of the context because we all have read Wheel of Time. We're able to start relating things in the context of Wheel of Time, and it actually clears up a lot of confusion.
That's awesome.
So,
I love that.
That's strong work.
I like
from
your
Glenn.
brains. The Expanse is definitely one of the best TV shows of all time, and possibly the best adaptation to TV. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting.
So regardless of your level of experience with The Expanse, we are making sure that it's spoilers only up to the chapters that we've read.
Awesome.
And yeah, so if you've never read any of the things, we're working on it.
Awesome. And if you haven't seen the show yet, I mean, so many amazing actors in it, but Shohreh Agdashlu, I know her character actually comes in way later in the books, but they bring her in the first season of the show.
And one of the reasons people were casting her as Leigh-a was because of how well she did as Evan Sorella in The Expanse. And people are like, oh my God, that is so a Leigh-a or Cat Swain.
Yeah. I still would have really loved her as Cat Swain if we ever got that far, but she was great as Leigh-a too. She was great as Leigh-a too. All right. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you, Crystal. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad that we get to hang out and talk, and we get to hang out and talk with chat. Like, this is so much fun.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
It makes
yes. Remind everybody, the book club. Go and check out the Dragamount Patreon. The links are in the description of the video on YouTube. You can find it on dragamount.com very easily. We do tons of stuff over there. We have video game servers that we host that are also available to the free tier. We do a lot of stuff in the free tier. Basically, the paid tier is if you want to help us support, all of the nonsense that we do, shipping of the books to everybody and maintaining the servers for the video games, we will more than accept it. But we know how tight things are, and we want, our nerd community to be able to do things and enjoy the stuff together on our Patreon, which is why we have a lot of free options. So yes, go and check it out. Even if you don't want to join the book club or anything, just follow us on Patreon. It'll help us in the algorithms and all that. There is one more thing. I do have one more thing. We have next week's episode. We have to show who's going to be our guest next week and get our thumbnail out there. It's going to be our very own Glenn the Geeky Hippie is going to join us next week. And yes, I chose the Geonosian Queen because she's hideous but also beautiful at the same time. Yeah. I feel like fair.
It's a fun set of episodes.
Yeah. And oh my God,
it's like strictly horror.
March.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. It is like a horror episode. It's definitely like a thriller episode, like for sure. But also, oh my God, it's freaking March. Holy crap. So we'll be starting to talk about Jordan Con very soon. All right, friends. Say goodnight, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.